Oh. Smitty. Smitty.
Dingman.
Smitty. Oh.
Two more.
Yeah, right, dude. There's no way. Just take him. Just take him, dude. Oh.
You good?
Oh my God, man. Whew. It's maxing out today, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh. That hurt. Oh,
Welcome to the sports segment of Orangeline. Chris Smith alongside Alex Dingman here in the weight room facility where the football team and several other programs do work in the off season.
Not quite that much work, though.
No.
No way.
Certainly not. But so far seems to be paying off as most of the fall sports have winning records and are in the hunt for the playoffs.
Heck yeah.
Start off with the Baker football team coming off a huge win over Evangel, 45-9. Great performance all around.
No, most definitely. Now, 4 wins in a row, sitting at 5-2. They lost that first ball game there in conference against Lindenwood there at home, but then the last couple home games have outscored their opponents something ridiculous, like 86-13 or something like that. The last couple, and coming off a nice, impressive victory this past Friday against Evangel, or Saturday, that is. And in that game, Richie Bryant once again 200 yards rushing, and he's had over 100 yards in every single conference game so far this season. And now they're going to be traveling this weekend, and it's going to be important because then they come back home against Missouri Valley, who's a top 5 team, and they got Mid-America the following week. So still some hard teams to go, but could definitely do very well in setting themselves up for postseason play.
Right, those two are really big ones, and big contributing factor is the defense. Only kept 3 teams to single digits scoring now. That's unbelievable. We've got a lot of playmakers on the ball. Colton Miller, 13 tackles against Evangel the other day. And then how about special teams? Adam Steele, Hack Player of the Week on the special teams. 8 tackles, flew through every wedge that they could set.
Yeah, on those kickoffs. I mean, those kickoffs, he was just blowing through the wall every single time, just single-handedly saying, you know what, I'm just going to part the sea there and take out the kickoff guy. He was just doing it over and over and over again. And, he's a freshman and he's a linebacker. And, if there's one way to prove to your coach that you're out there and that you're going to work hard on every single play, it's to make those special team tackles. And he definitely did that for Grosvenor on Saturday. So we'll see what he can do there in the future, but should have a bright career for sure.
Good luck to the Wildcats. It's moved down to Baldwin High ranks. Another victory, playing extremely well. Didn't get to catch that game because we were out of town on fall break, but why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Dink?
Oh, most definitely. They had this game against Santa Fe Trail. And they just proved once again that, without, besides Gardner out there, there's not really a team in the Frontier League that can handle the Bulldogs this season, as they absolutely just tore up that Santa Fe Trail team. And Sam Beecher, once again, a tremendous game. He had 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, over 100 yards once again. And now he's got over 1,000 yards rushing for the 2nd straight season. He had over 1,600 last year. He's got over 450 yards passing. He's got 19 total touchdowns. He's ran for, I believe, 14 and passed for 5. And, coming in this game and this season, really, it was, Baldwin High, yes, they'll be able to run the ball once again in that single wing offense, but probably not going to be able to pass. So at least we can just stack the front there and nothing's going to be happening over the top. But now he's shown with the Brandon Tomer connection, a couple touchdown passes for him in that game, that they can't pass the ball. So now even more dangerous, this Baldwin High team going the rest of the way.
Certainly making the defensive coaches and players make more choices in their coverages with him being able to throw the ball. 2nd time Sam Beecher has accounted for 5 touchdowns in a single game this year. So really remarkable. Congratulations to Sam Beecher and the entire Bulldogs team as they're making their way into district play. And look for them to get a #1 seed going in.
Yeah, they got Perry Lecompton on Friday, and then they have Eudora on the following Thursday because Halloween is that Friday. And so a couple important road games here to end the season for them in district play. They're 1-0 so far, but if they could go 3-0 and go into that by-district game with just 1 loss, they'll be sitting pretty for the rest of the way.
All right, well, let's move back to some Baker sports. Soccer teams had a rough weekend at Benedictine. Women's team lost 2-1 on a heartbreaker. Outshot them again, but these Benedictine Ravens just will not go away for either team. On the men's side, devastating loss. Men went up 2-0 very early in the game, 8 minutes in. Gerard Grehan scored, without a doubt, the best goal of the season. Little side volley from right about the top of the 18. It was absolutely beautiful. Really looked to be in control of the game, and then that homecoming crowd for Benedictine got revved up after they got a goal, and then the rally was on. And so they lost an absolute heartbreaker, 4-3. Both teams will look to rebound against William Jewell tonight in Liberty. If you're north of the river, by all means, get out to that game.
We'll be there.
We will be there broadcasting the game live, and that's also an active live link for the radio. So if you do miss it, be sure to go onto the Baker Wildcats website and catch that one as well. A little self-promo for us there, Dingman.
Sure.
But should be a great game, and right now both teams still making a good push for the playoffs, trying to get a home game in the playoffs as they both are ranked in the top 3 in the conference. So
yeah, this is very important, this doubleheader here against William Jewell, because both teams, they've kind of had similar seasons where they had that middle stretch of the year where both teams were winning, both teams at the top of the conference, and then they've kind of had a little stretch here of just playing really good competition and not being able to knock off those conference opponents, which is something that they're going to definitely need to do throughout the rest of the season.
Right, and as you know, the new situation with the HAC this year is there's a conference tournament, there's not a region tournament, and the Heart of America only gets to send one guaranteed automatic bid to the national tournament. So if either team can pick up some momentum right now, now's the time to do it going into that conference play.
Most definitely.
Also want to give one shout out to Jade Allen.
Most definitely. She got the Libero of the Week there in the HAC conference, and I only know what Libero is, from the last couple of years there. The defensive specialist for the volleyball team, the girl who wears a different colored jersey, I believe.
Digging up a storm.
And yeah, she just been tearing it up lately, so props to her. That volleyball team is very impressive.
Yeah, and congratulations to all the fall sports. Really having a tremendous season so far, and good luck to all of you guys as we push back to the playoffs. For right now, Chris Smith, for Alex Dingman. Oh yeah, we're absolutely got to get out of here. We'll send it back to the studio.
Thanks for that, guys. Believe it or not, basketball season is here. I had a chance to talk with head coach Rick Weaver and take a look at this year's team. The Baker men's basketball team is hard at work. With a core group of returners, the Cats also have several new faces on the 08-09 squad.
Practice in 2 weeks, got a couple guys banged up. We've had a scrimmage where we scrimmaged Johnson County and KCK JUCO about a week ago. We have about 2 weeks for our first game. Right now we're about 7 or 8 deep, not real big, pretty good quickness. We're kind of at the point we need to kind of get a few games under our belt, see where we're at. But so far we're pretty happy with our progress.
The Wildcats return key players in seniors Heath Bayard, Brett Shaw, Nick Iverson, and junior Ryan Heifel. Bayard says the team has been looking good so far.
I mean, the expectations are high, and its practice has gone really well so far. We've been playing well together. Everyone likes playing with each other, so we're really looking forward to the season.
Not only does Bayard have high team expectations, but he says the bar is set high for his personal success too.
Once again, they're high. Last year was kind of a year just to kind of get the system down and kind of work with the teammates, and now this year I got to be more of a key guy and a leader. So I'm definitely gonna have to step my game up, and everyone around the league knows I can shoot. So not only shoot, but I need to look to take to the basket more, and I'm gonna have to play some post a little more as well because one of our big guys got hurt. So I'm gonna have to do a lot more than last year. So.
Coach Weaver says the team's weakness so far is the lack of depth and size, but the team's speed and good outside shooting are looking to be key in the team's success. Weaver talked to me about the key newcomers who look to make an impact this year.
We've got one kid, Mike Mokeski, who's banged up a little bit now with a bad knee, but probably our top newcomers, a guard, Brock Entner from Yavapai Junior College. We've got another big kid, Justin Hauser, who's going to play a little bit, about 6'9", and Malcolm Greer from Texas, about 6'3", 6'4". They're probably our top 3 newcomers.
Though just weeks into the season, the Cats have already dealt with key injuries, most importantly, one with newcomer Mike Mokeski.
Sunday, I tore my ACL and MCL in practice, and they braced me up, and they're going to try and give me a couple weeks, see if I can play, and then if I can't, have surgery. So
Weaver says Mokeski's injury was crucial and a big loss to the team, especially at the post position.
He's got to get healed up. He's going to be out for a few weeks. Hopefully he can rehab it and maybe put the surgery off till after the year, but it's just kind of a day-to-day deal. He just did it recently in practice and probably won't know the full status in that for another few days. But
the Wildcats have over a week to fully prepare for a hopeful season. The team will have a chance to warm up in the alumni game on November 1st. Baker kicks off their season opener at home against St. Mary November 4th. This has been Kelsey Epperson, KNBU TV.
Thanks for that, Kelsey. Well, that wraps up this week's special Halloween edition of Orangeline. I'm Kelsey Epperson. And I'm Jessica Mulvaney. Stay tuned for next week.